Hi everyone, this is Debabrata once again with a new chapter. So I will not waste my time by just giving my introduction. So everything will be available in the description of this class. So let me proceed, and obviously I will start with that statement like I am a slow learner. So you might also have some problems, but still I will suggest always try to overcome that. And the most important thing in overcoming that will be practice. If you spend more time in practicing this exercise, then that will be the best part. Okay. It doesn't require the talent. You do not need to be the first in the class. You do not need to beat anyone. Just enjoy your life and just go on. Just practice and practice and practice, and your life will be smooth, believe me. It is not about getting a job. It is about enjoying your life. So I will suggest, like, enjoy your life and do work in a smart way so that it can take the less time. So anyway, today we will start the single dimensional array. So the prerequisite for this class will be, if you are really starting from zero, so I will prefer to check my lectures one by one. I have designed in a way. I am in this industry for more than a decade now. It is 2022, and it is more than a decade I am doing this type of teaching. So I always prefer to go thoroughly, actually, step by step. So I have already given the lectures on the first three chapters, that is starting programming, if and for. So I will always prefer to revise those classes, do the exercises, and after that come into this array section. Then it will be easier for you. So, and obviously the second prerequisite is time in your hand. So you should have enough time to practice all this. So I will not waste time. Directly I will jump into the topic, that is single dimension array. First we need to know why we should use the single dimension array. Suppose this is our first program, like enter the temperature, and enter the temperature for suppose 7 days, and you need to print the average temperature. So let's check how we can solve that. So, sorry, if I always prefer to work in a online compiler. So if I go to the online compiler, so this is our online compiler. Let me type the program. We can solve it without using array itself. Okay, so first we need to understand why should we use the array. So first, let me try to solve this program without using array. And let me understand why should we use the array. If there is no benefit, then we will not going to use it. Is not because of it is there in our syllabus kind of that, no. So first I will prompt to the user, like enter 7 days temperature, and I will iterate a loop. Obviously we can solve it without using array, without means using for loop itself. So we know for loop. If you do not know for loop, I will request you to just go through the previous classes, then it will be easier for you. So I can simply write enter x or enter temp, say, and sc dot next int to take 7 inputs inside, being inside the loop. Okay, I will take 7 input and I will just write something int sum that will hold the sum of 7 days. And after that, I will just do sum equals to sum plus 10. That's all. All 7 days temperature will be inserted into the sum. And after the loop, I will simply print the average. How? I can write the average temperature is, I can simply write sum by 7. That's all, I guess. So if I run the program, and suppose let me give 7 days temperature, like 20, 21, 19, 20 again, 22, 21 again, and 23. So average temperature is 20. Okay, you can take it in double as well to print some point value, but for the timing it is around 20 point something. So in integer it is 20. So we know this approach. So this problem we can solve without using array. Then why should we use the array? So the reason is, if the question comes like this, enter the temperature and print the average temperature and then print the temperatures again. So after printing average temperature, if anyone asks to print the temperatures again, we will not be able to print the temperatures again. Why? Because we are not storing it. We are taking the input in one variable called temp, and after that we are just directly putting that value into the sum, and we are just forgetting this value. I am again taking the next value and putting it into the sum and forgetting the value. So we cannot print the values again here. After printing the average, we will not be able to print the values again. So this is not possible. So what should be our approach if we do not want to check array? What should be the other approaches available? So here, what we can do, we can take 7 different variables. Then we will be able to solve this. We will simply take 7 variables. Temp 1, 2, 3, 4, temp 5, temp 6, temp 7. What I do generally for my students, I just give this as a task and they spend some time overthinking and they just come with some solution. So this is the major solutions I have checked from them. So they always go for this approach. They take 7 temperatures, means for the question number 2, means enter the temperature again and print the average and printing the temperature back. If I request that question, they come up with this type of solution. What they do, they just take 7 different variables. Let me do the same. After that, calculate the sum. They calculate the sum in this way. Suppose temp 1 plus temp 2 plus temp 3, kind of that. If I do something like this, temp 2, temp 3, temp 4, temp 5, it is very easy. It is a part of the first chapter itself, where we can take some variables. We will take some we will calculate the sum, and after that sum by 7 average, and after that we can print the temperatures back. How? I can simply write system.out.println. The temperatures are kind of that, and I can print the temperatures one by one again. So it will be something like temp 1, temp 2, temp 3, kind of that. So let me put one by one. Temp 2, then obviously temp 3, temp 4, temp 5, temp 6, and the last one is temp 7. So this is the way how can I run all the temperatures again, because we have stored it. So let me show you. So suppose 7 days temperature 20, 21, 20. Sorry, the connection is lost. Let me run again. This is the problem with the server, but still, let me try again. 20, 21, 22, 21 again, 19, suppose 22, 23. So 7 days temperature, the average is 21, and I can print the temperatures again. Take a look. But it was not possible with the previous approach. Here, what we have done, we have taken 7 days temperature. Now, suppose if I ask you to do the same for 365 days, you will be saying, I do not have any interest on the programming. Just let me go. Obviously. So to take 365 variables, even if I request you to take 30 days temperature and print the average, then also you will be saying, just excuse me, I do not want to do programming anymore. I'm not able to take 30 days temperature one by one and then do the sum and then printing it back. I'm not interested. So sorry. So obviously, so I have to find some shortcut, obviously. So array is nothing but a storage. Believe me, array is nothing but a storage. So what are the storage? So if I instead of taking these 7 variables, I will take the variables together, all the 7 storage or all the 7 variables together. How can I take that? Just remember this line. I want to take 7, so you can write 7 here. Okay, all the 7 temperatures, I can take it here. Okay, rather writing temp 1, temp 2, temp 3, I can take it here. Temp equals to, you need to just remember this line. And you need to take 10 if you want to deal with 10 temperatures. If you want to deal with 30, you can write 30. For the time being, we want to deal with 7. Just one thing you need to remember in case of array, just one thing, that array starts with 0. Array always starts with 0. Okay, if needed, I will paste one photo or one meme regarding the array in the comment box. You can check. It is a funny one. I received some from some of my students. Like he said, like Santa came on 25th December, and just he asked for some wish. Then that student wished like, please start array from 1. So Santa said, I cannot fulfill that. So it is a stupid jokes, I guess, but still array always starts from 0. Okay, array always starts from 0. That you need to remember. So what can I do? I need to put, and what are the variables looks like in case of array? It will be inside a bracket, it will be 0, kind of that. Same for here, inside of bracket temp 1. For temp 2, it will be the same, inside of bracket 2, inside of bracket 3, inside of bracket 4, inside of bracket 5, inside of bracket 6. Okay, do not need to go, we do not need temp 7, otherwise it will become 8 variables. So array always, again I am repeating, array always starts with 0 and ends at n-1. Here 7 minus 1, so 6. Take a look, 6 variables we have. So we are taking input into the 6 variables. Here we will print again the 7 variables, obviously, starting with temp 0. And one by one, obviously temp 1. Let me do it quickly. Temp until temp 6, obviously. All right, I do not require temp 7. So let me delete that. And here I need to print all the temp 0, kind of that one by one. So let me do it quickly. So yeah, we are almost done. Yeah, quickly I have done. So temp 0 to temp 6. So now if I run this program once again, array always starts from 0. Okay, remember that only. So 20, 21, 22, suppose 23, 19, 20 again, 21. So 7 days temperature, the average temperature is 20, and the temperatures are printed again. Okay, so take a look, it is matching. So this is the way, this is a shortcut we have taken. But just a moment, what are the shortcuts we followed? We need to write the temperatures one by one for the 7 times. So if we deal with 30 days temperature, so we need to write 30 days temperature one by one. So what is the shortcut we achieved? We have achieved nothing as of now. We will achieve the shortcut if we use the for loop. I have told many times in my previous classes or to my students and to everyone, like for loop is the basic one. First three chapters are the basic one. So you can avail the shortcut if you use a for loop like I0 to I less than equals to 6 and I equals to I plus 1. If you follow this way, then only you can use this. So if you write temp I, so I will be iterating from 0 to 6 and covering all 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do not need to write it 7 times, rather iterate the loop 7 times from 0 to 6, and automatically it will come like temp 0, temp 1, temp 2, temp 3, temp 4, temp 5, temp 6, kind of that. So it will automatically come, 7 values will come automatically. But remember, it starts from 0 to n-1. In this case, we are dealing with 7 days temperature. So it will be up to 6, means 7 minus 1. So here, how can I get the sum? Let me copy the same loop once again and paste. And here I will calculating the sum. So what I will do, I will rather writing all of them one by one, I can simply write sum equals to sum plus temp pi. That's all. That's all. Now how to print? The same way, I will again print the for loop. The average temperature is I have printed. And after that, the temperatures are, sorry, let me print that here. The temperatures are, I can print it here. Temp I, that's all. So it will first print temp 0. After that, it will print temp 1. After that, it will print temp 2. After that, it will print temp 3. After that, temp 4, temp 5, temp 6, kind of that. Okay. So I do not need to write these 6 lines or 7 lines separately. It will be enough if I write this. So if I want to deal with 30 variables now, 30 days temperature, obviously the minimum change I need to do. So I just need to write 29 here. So it will be 0 to 29. It will take 30 days temperature successfully, but I will not going to do that. Let me run the program. So it makes the program easier, but believe me, array is nothing but the storage of some values. Okay. And we can use, if we merge that with the for loop, if we go for the for loop, then it makes our life easier. Okay. That's all. So for loop with array makes our life easier. And array, only array is nothing but a storage. Okay. So today we will check few things. So probably you are now able to understand why should I use array. So today we will learn 4 topics, obviously. The first one is basic array activities. So I will show you how to deal with the array. So first is enter n numbers and find the average. Obviously, we can do that. So here we will take some input before declaring the array with 7 size. I will first ask, enter the number of elements. Enter the number of elements you want to work with. People might choose 5 variables. People might choose anything as per their wish. So first, I will take an input from the user inside n variable. So you can write sc.nextInt. And after that, introduce the array with n size. Just introduce this array with n size. Suppose some people want 3 variable to work with. So they will enter 3 and I will introduce the array with 3 places. So the places will be temp 0, temp 1 and temp 2. You can use some other variables as well. Apart from temp, let me use A for array, say. And I will now give a prompt like enter the elements, and it will take all the elements till 0 to n-1. Remember this line, this is n-1. And I will take one by one all the inputs into A. And after that, I need to print the average, right? So again, 0 to n-1. All the 6 will be replaced by n-1. And here I need to get the sum AI and print the average temperature is sum by not 7 this time. It will be n, obviously. And at last, okay, it is not average temperature, it is only average. And I do not need to print it back. So it is just saying to print the average. So let me check. So enter the number of elements. Suppose I want to do with 3 numbers. 3 numbers are 10, 15, and 20. So the average will be 15, obviously. So this is the first program. Just you need to remember 0 to n-1, it always works with. Okay, so now if I go to the next one, enter n numbers and print it reversely. So obviously in case of reverse, I do not need to print the average and all. Let me delete this. So print it reversely means I need to start with n-1 from the last, and it will be 0 and it will be I equals to I-1. And I need to print it back in a reverse way. Okay. So system.out.println, or not println, print I am giving to print it in the same line with a space. That's all. And I need to, here I can say the elements in reverse order is. So if I explain it by drawing so suppose I am taking three variables. So three variables will be taken as input like this. Take a look. So the first place will be termed as A0. The next place will be termed as A1. So I have taken the input in this order. So these are just simply three variables, believe me. These are just simply three variables. So now if I enter, suppose 10 inside A0, then 20 inside A1 and 30 inside A2. And if I need to print it reversely, obviously I have to start with A2. First with A2, then A1, then A0. So I need to start with n-1, then AI means A2, means I need to start with 2 till 0. So first A2 will be printed, after that A1 will be printed, after that A0 will be printed. Let me show you. If I deal with three numbers, what will happen? So if I deal with three numbers, so obviously 10, 20 and 30 I have inserted, and in return I am getting 30, 20 and 10. Okay, so I just need to write println here. So let me run the same program for 5 variables now. So if I enter 5, okay, sorry. So if I enter 5 here, then I want to deal with 5 numbers. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it is 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Just one thing, one small thing. I can enter 5 variables using spaces. Last time I have entered those variables using space. Or you can hit enter. Obviously, from the very first day, we are hitting enter. And the third option is also you can press tab. Okay, but for the timing, I will entering the values either using space or by hitting enter. Okay, so anything means here I have written like 10, enter 20, enter 30. Even I can do the same in a using space. Let me show you once again. So 5 variables, 10 space 20 space 30 40 and 50. Space is also okay. Okay, and here the elements are printed in reverse order 50 to 10. That's all. So now if let me erase this one, this drawing. So now what is the next? Let me check. Oh, sorry, where is that? Yeah. So the next is enter n numbers and search a value. You need to search if a value is there inside the array or not. So after entering the elements, I will, okay, let me copy this 2 line. I want to search a value. So I will again print something like enter a value you want to search. Enter a value you want to search. If I write that, suppose I am looking for a value like val. So what will I do? I will iterate through the array. Do not need to iterate in the reverse order. I can proceed in the normal order, and I can check like if every element, if I can print each and every element, I can obviously compare that as well. I am able to print each and every element. So I am able to compare that with val. So if val, I have found any matching, first I am creating one variable called f equals to 0. If I am getting one match, I can make it f equals to 1. Why I am not printing found and why I am not printing in else not found? Because suppose I have 5 variables, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I am searching 30. So obviously in the first match, I'm not getting 30. In the second match, I'm not getting 30. So that doesn't mean 30 is not present. So I have to wait till the last, something like prime number. So here I am waiting. If there is any single match, f will become 1. Then after that, obviously I can break the loop, or you cannot. But whenever there is a match, f equals to 1. So I have to wait till the last. So after the for loop ends, I will check if f equals to 1. If f equals to 1, that means I have found the value. So I can write that the val plus is found inside the array. Okay, let me make it aligned. I guess, yeah, bracket is given. And if means it is, if is not 1, means if it is 0, then I can write value is not found. That's all. So let me run this program. So okay, it is taking some time. So enter the elements. Suppose 5 elements I want to work with, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I want to search 30. So it should say 30 is found, because I am waiting. It is not like I am matching 30 with 10 and I'm saying it is not found. I cannot put any comment until I have checked with all the variables. So initially f equals to 0, like a prime number thing. If there is any match, I am turning f into 1. So at the end of the loop, means after checking all the values, if I found f equals to 1, then I can say value is present. And if f is still 0, that means we haven't found that value. So I can print value is not found. So something like that. So I want to mention one thing that I have missed, means I forget to tell you, a small thing. Instead of n is length, obviously. But if you do not know what is the variable, you can also use a dot length. The same thing. Okay. Array dot length also return the length of the, here it will return length of the array, that is 5. So 5 minus 1 means it is 4, obviously. So this program will run for a dot length as well. Either you can use n or you can use a dot length as well. Let me do the program again for 5 numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And here I will be searching 35. So it will say 35 is not found, because f will remain 0, because I'm not getting any match inside if. So f will remain 0. And obviously after that, I will say f equals to 0 means value is not found. I hope you are clear with this idea. So the next program, enter n numbers and find the maximum. So maximum, how can I find? The same like the for loop application. I will take max equals to 0, or better to take first number inside the max. If you can remember, for loop application program, we have something like that, max number. So I can take max equals to a0, the first number. Either I can start from the second position. Second position means in array it is 1, or even you can start with the 0th element as well, whatever you want. So I will just simply check all the values. If the values, any of the values are greater than max, if it is greater than max, obviously the max will be a. Max will be a. So these are some small programs, and after that I will print the maximum is max. Hope you are able to get this idea. It is a part of, it was a part of the for loop application program as well. The maximum is plus a. If you are not able to understand, I will request you to go through the for loop application class. So first value I am taking the maximum, and after that for each value I am taking, if that value is greater than max, if the new value is greater than max, then max equals to that new value. And after that I will print. So let me run again. So suppose I am entering 70. So, okay, sorry, not 70 variables. I want to deal with 5 elements. So whenever I am giving 70, that means inside max 70 is being stored. First value is being stored as a max. So after that, I am giving 60. So 60 is greater than 70? No. So max will be 70. After that, 50. 50 is greater than 70? No. So max is still 70. After that, I have given 80. So 80 is greater than 70? Yes. So max will take the new value as 80. So after that, I am giving 40. 40 is greater than 80? No. So in max, we have 80. And if I enter, it will print. Okay, sorry. It is printing something, enter value to search. Let me delete that part because it has no use anymore. So let me delete this part. Now let me run again with the same value, 70 first. 70 is being stored in the max. Sorry again. It will ask for 70 inputs. So let me deal with 5 elements only. So first value is 70. 70 is inside max. 60 is not greater than 70. Nothing will happen. 50 is not greater than 70. Nothing will happen. 80 is greater than 70. That means max become 80 now. 80 AI, the new value 80 is greater than 70. So the max will take 80. Okay. So after that, I will enter 40. 40 is greater than 80. No. So inside max, I have 80. So if I print the maximum, it will print 80. I hope it is clear. If not, let me know in the comment section. So the last one, enter, or last, I think another one we have, enter 2 arrays and store the sum into the third one. So I need to take input of the 2 arrays now. So I will first write like enter the number of elements, and here I will say int b. I will take another input int n and another input, the sum array, that is C, I guess. Okay, let it be C. So first enter the elements of the first array. I will love to copy paste actually first array. So if I paste it, enter the array for the, enter the element for the second array. And I will do the same thing. You can use b dot length. Anyhow, a dot length and b dot length both are same, so you can use any. But here I will take the input inside bi. Okay, so I do not require all this. So what I will do the next, I will get the sum. Means C0 position will hold the sum of A0 and B0. After that, C1 will be having the sum of, not A0, AI plus BI. Kind of that. So you can use C dot length or A dot length, anything you can use. And at the end, you can print like the sum array is, I can write the sum array like sum array is something like that. And I can use for int I equals to 0, I less than C dot length, and I equals to I plus 1. And here I will print the array. That's all. That's all we need to do. So here I will just print the array. Ci plus space. That's all. So what I'm doing, just let me draw a quick picture. Suppose we have an array, 3 size array. Suppose we are dealing with 3 size A array, we have a B array, and I am trying to form a C array. Okay. So we have 3 places. Suppose we are dealing with only 3 numbers. Okay. So all the array size will be same. So suppose I have entered 3. If you entered 5, so obviously in all the arrays, it will be defined with the 5 size. Suppose now I have some values, like in the first array, it is 10, it is 20, it is 30. As you are new to this world of arrays, so I am trying to explain as much as I can. Suppose it is 1, 2, or let it be 11, say. Okay, sorry, just a minute. Let me delete all this. Okay, let me put 11 here. Let me put 22 and let me put 33. So we have entered all those values, and after that, here we are doing C0 equals to A0 plus B0. Obviously, the positions here are 0, 1, 2. If you can remember, the positions here are 0, 1, 2. If I write this position is 0, this position is 1 for all the array. It is not like for the first array. For the A array, it is not like that. Suppose it is the array A. This is the array B, and this is the array C. So I'm trying to sort out the basic things. So 0, I am writing in between B and C. So for both of them, the first position is 0, second position is 1, third position is 2. So I am doing A0 plus B0 means 10 plus 11, and it is becoming 21. So I will store 21 here in the C array, C0 position. Then A1 and B1 means 20 plus 22. In the C1 position, I will put 20 plus 22, that is 42. And here in the 2 position, A2 plus B2 means 30 plus 33. It is something called 63. So if I execute the program now, if I execute, suppose I am dealing with 3 variables only. Suppose I can deal with 5 variables as well. So 10, 20, 30 input for the first array. Second array input, I have written 11, 22, and 33. So the sum array is 21, 42, and 63. Hope this idea is clear. You can deal with 5 variables, 6 variables, as many as you can. Okay, so I guess it is now okay. The last one here, enter n numbers and print the middlemost value. So in case of middlemost, suppose I have a variable called 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5 variables. So middlemost is always this one. So if I have 5 variables, middlemost is 2. Let me check. If I have 60, 70, 7 variables, the middlemost is, which one should be the middlemost? 0, 1, 2, 3. So that means 40 is in the middle. So in case of 7, it is 3. Why 3? Because the same thing, once again, array starts with 0. So this is the third position, means position 3, location 3. Okay, so I can simply, if the length is odd, I can simply divide it by 2. 5 by 2 means 2.5, but as it is integer, it will hold 2. 7 by 2, as it is integer, it will not hold 3.5, it is only 3. So for this question, if I write something like, let me delete all this. I do not need B and C anymore. Enter the elements only. Do not need for the second array. Let me delete that. Do not need to get the sum. So here I will simply print if a dot length %2 equals to 1, means if it is odd, the length is odd, length of the array is odd, the middlemost element is, it is not like you have to use for loop always. In this case, I need to print the middlemost value. So I can print a dot length by 2, or even you can simply write a n by 2. Okay, a n by 2, that's all. And else, if it is the even, if the length is even, I mean to say, suppose I have 8 elements. So which will be the middlemost? The middlemost elements will be, in my naked eye, it is 40 and 50. 2 elements are middlemost. Means if the length is 8, 8 by 2, 4, and -1, 3. So the position is this 2. So I mean to say, if the position is even, means the length is even, so the middle elements are, so we will have 2 elements, a n by 2 plus n plus a n by 2 minus 1. So if I enter now 8 variables, suppose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So the middlemost are 50 and 40. I mean to say these two, 50 and 40, or 40 and 50, whatever it is. Okay. And if it is only 5 numbers, means odd length, odd number of elements, suppose 5, then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then 30 will be printed. So this is the solution. It is not required that every time you need to use for loop. So I am here printing the middlemost elements. Okay. So that is the thing. If I go further now, so let me go further. So we will learn 4 topics. First one was the huge one. So next, shifting array elements. So first, if I choose like shifting one place to the right, what will happen? Shifting one place to the right means, I want to mean like I have few elements. If I want to shift it right, I mean to say, if I want to shift it to the right, suppose, what will happen? So obviously all the values except 50 will be shifted one place right, and 50 will be placed at the starting. 50 will be placed here. So if the input is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so it will be shifted and it right shift. Okay, remember it is right shift. So after doing the right shift towards right, it will be printed like this. So what will happen? First, I need to take a backup of 50, and after that 40 will come into the place of 50. Okay, after that what will happen? 30 means I cannot move it first. 10 to 20 I cannot move it first, because then 20 will be overlapped. The value 20 will be lost. If I place 10 into this place, it will be lost. 20 will be lost. After that, if I move 10 to 30, 30 will be lost. So I do not need to go from the forward side. I need to go from the backward side. What I'm trying to mean, let me show you. First, I will take a backup of 50, and after that, taking the backup, I will move 40 into this place. And after that, from this place, I want to move 30 into this place. After that, I will move 20 into this place. And after that, I will move 10 into this place. Okay, so I am starting with 40. I am moving 40 at first, and at last I am moving 10. So let me do the same thing. First, let me take the backup of 50, suppose. So enter the elements. This is fine. I do not require this line anymore. So what I will do, int temporary variable I am taking, and that is holding the last value. How can I get the last value? Either you can use n-1 or you can use a.length -1. So if you are finding it tough, I can make it n-1. Anything. Okay, both the meaning are same. And after that, I will start a for loop from this place, where it is, from this place. So what is the place? If I start from counting from 0, suppose it is the 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is 3. My length is 5, and I am starting from 3. That means n-2. If I go here, so it will be starting from n-2, and it will be iterating till 0. So if you are confident enough in a for loop, it will be easier for you, believe me. Okay, so what I will do, I will place it into the next place. I plus 1 will be ai. That's all. So I am starting from this position, n-2. Why? Because first position is 0. First position, okay, let me do it in this way. First position is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. We know last position is n-1, but here we will start from 3, that is n-2 then. Okay, so if I start from n-2, and if I iterate till 0, I equals to i-1, and if I move ai plus 1 equals to ai, means into the next place, 40 will be moved into the next place. So at last, after moving all the elements, instead of in the first place, I can put the 50, because we have taken the 50 as a backup. So I can put in a0 position, I can put 10. And now if I print the whole array, system.out.println, I can print the shifted array is. I can print it in a normal way for int I equals to 0, I less than less than equals to n-1, or less than n, both are same. Okay, I equals to I plus 1. If I write that, and if I print, let me copy it quickly. If I print, so it will look like something this ai plus something. So let me run this program. So let me, okay, where is the problem? Int I equals to n-2, one error. Okay, expected something. What I'm doing wrong, n-2, 0. Okay, I have given a comma here. Sorry, so I have to give a semicolon. Okay, let me run again. Suppose I will deal with 10 numbers, say 10 numbers. So 10 numbers are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So everything will be shifted one. Okay, sorry, I have printed in different lines. Let me print it in the same line. Again, let me deal with now, suppose 7 numbers, say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70. That's all. So take a look, all the values are shifted one place, and 70 from the back, it came to the first place. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. So if I go to the next one, so it is saying shift to the right and 2 place. So 2 place is very easy, believe me. What I need to do, I just need to repeat this step twice. So int count equals to 1, count less than 2, count equals to count plus 2. So I will do the same step twice. That's all. That's all. So let me run it again. Now for 5 numbers, say, if I give 5 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, if I execute, take a look, 10 has been shifted 2 place, then 20, then 30, 50 has been placed here, and after that shifted again, it is 50 here and 40 in this place. So this is very easy. Okay, if you want to move 2 places. Now, suppose enter a value into sorted array. What does it mean? Sorted array means the array will be in a good shape, means like in ascending order, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, first let me show you one thing. It will happen even for the unsorted array. Okay, you can give any number. Suppose I have given 50, then 40, then 10, then 20, then 30. Okay, if I move it 2 times, oh, sorry, I have given it in a wrong way. Let me run it once again. I want to deal with, suppose 5 number. First, I need to input 5 number. Then suppose 20, 10, 30, 50, 40. If I enter, take a look, all the numbers has been shifted twice. 20 has been moved to this place. 10 has been moved to this place. 30 has been moved to this place. So it can be any set of number. It is not required that the number should be in sorted order. But now, as per this question, suppose one array in sorted order, and you need to insert one value inside. I mean to say, suppose the value is like that, and someone in trying to insert 35. So 35 obviously should be inserted here. Okay. If anyone mentions like I want to insert 17, obviously 17 should be inserted here. I will not mention the place. It should be automatic. So what I will do, obviously I will take 3 inputs. I will take these inputs, and after that I will prompt like enter the value you want to insert. I will prompt like enter the value you want to insert. Okay, and I will take that value inside bval, and obviously another array I need to create, and that will be having 1 extra space, n plus 1, that will be b. Okay, or you can simple mention like a dot length as well, whatever the size of a plus 1, or n plus 1 is also enough. Okay, so now what I need to do, the same thing means okay, first let me print the array. At last I will print the array, the final array is, but in between I will check, I will start from the end, means from n minus 1 I will start, and I will do that till, okay, first let me do in a forward way. I equals to 0, I less than a dot length minus 1. I will check the a array. Okay, let me think how I can solve this problem. So first I will check if AI is less than val, then what I will do, I will simply copy to j position. I will simply copy AI. I mean, I have to start, let me do one thing. quickly. So I want to mention int I equals to 0 as well as j equals to 0. Okay. So, and I can do one thing. Let me think. Bij. And here, obviously, it will be Baj, I guess. Let me think. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do. Just let me think first. Then suppose I am here j plus plus. And okay, so what I'm doing, let me explain. So this is the A array and B array is empty. This is the A array and B array is empty. And I have a value like 35, say val. So I am checking if, and I have placed AJ, means I have placed J here from the 0. And in B array, I have placed I as a 0 as well. Okay, so what I'm doing, AJ less than val means A0 means 10 less than 35. Yes, yes. Then copy BI equals to AJ means 10. Okay. And after that, J equals to J plus 1. Okay, means J equals to J plus 1. Means J will come here and obviously I will be increasing every time. I is increasing after each turn. So I am trying to fill up all the positions of B. Okay. So next, 20 is less than 35. Yes. Then place 20 here. BI equals to AJ and J plus plus. Okay. And obviously I is plus plus. After that, 30 is less than 35. Yes. 30 put here and J plus plus. And obviously I plus plus, I is in the loop. I is written here. So every time I will be plus plus. Okay. Now 40 is less than 35. No, 40 is not less than 35. Okay. So what I will do, I will just write inside else. I will write, if it is not, then I will put BI equals to val. I will put 35 in this position and I will not do J plus plus. Okay. And I will break the loop if needed. I will break the loop. So what I'm doing, 40 is greater than 35. 40 is less than 35. No. So I will not put 40 here. I will put 35 here. I will not put 40 here. I will put 35 here. So, and I will not do J plus plus, but I plus plus will happen. So I was coming into this place. So now, okay, let me introduce int I, j, k in outside of the loop where sum is not required. Int I, j, and k here. So what I will do now, the remaining values are stored in from j position to the a dot length. I will copy that inside B. Okay. So I will write another loop like for k equals to from j to a dot length. Okay. So k equals to, it might be, because you are doing it for the first time, so it might be, you might think it is tough, but I will recommend you first solve the first exercise, then start solving the exercise, then it will be okay for you. So I will write k equals to k plus 1. All the remaining values will be copied into BI from AK. That's all. And if I print the B array now, and from 0 to B dot length, it will print everything. So pause the class and just go back 5 minutes and check and check whatever I have told you just right now. So if I execute it now, okay, something happened. Okay, int I is not required because I have explained it outside what is the value of int I, j, and k. So let me run again. So let me check if it is working or not. 5 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And I am trying to insert this time 30, not 30, 27, say. So, okay, I am doing something wrong then. So let me check what I'm doing wrong. It is not working. Val equals to sc dot next int, I equals to 0, j equals to 0. I is iterating till b dot length minus 1. Okay, equals to b dot length minus 1. I equals to I plus 1 every time. If aj less than val, then bi equals to aj and aj plus 1. J equals to j plus 1. Okay. And if aj not less than val, then in bi it is directly copying val and break. And after that, j less than equals to a dot length minus 1. So if I can see I is stuck here. So if I do I equals to I plus 1 here, because when I break the loop, suppose I am inserting 35. So here 40 is not less than 35. So I am putting 35 here and I is stuck here. So if I move I into this place and if I check again, and next time I want to put 40 into this place and both I plus plus and j plus plus. Okay, I am forgetting to do I plus plus and j plus plus. And here I want to put 50. So I plus plus I am missing, I guess. So what I need to do here, I also mention I plus plus, I equals to I plus 1. That I'm missing. And here, obviously, I equals to I plus 1 will be placed. So if I run once again, so it is bit critical, I will say, unless you have a good knowledge in the for loop, you will never going to understand that. But still, I am trying to make you understand this thing. Okay, now this time it is working. So it is just a game of I and j. So I have started j from this position and it will take some time, believe me. For you, it will take some time. Never think like why I'm spending 2 hours on this one program. The time you are spending, that is increasing your logical sense, believe me. Suppose you are trying to learn swimming. So obviously, if you spend more timing during swim, obviously on the first day you will not be able to swim. But as you are trying, you are feeling like you will be dead. You will be means you cannot survive inside the water. But you are trying to survive, and you are trying your best. And in that way, you will learn swimming someday. It happens for the same for guitar. It happens same for the driving. You do not know when on some day suddenly you will be able to ride a two-wheeler, but you don't know how, means how come you know to balance your weight in a two-wheeler. So everything requires a practice. Here as well, you are thinking like, okay, first 3 classes or first 4 classes was very easy, but array is seemed very tough. So I will say stop till this part. Okay, till this part, just stop. First, solve the exercise and then check the next class once again. So I will not going to tell you the remaining 2 topics right now. I will discuss the same on the next day, or I can do one thing. I can continue and I can complete this class. You can stop this class in this part and check the class once again later. Okay, first solve the exercise and then came back and check the remaining sections. So if I check what we have in the topic 3 and topic 4, it might be the small one. Find duplicates. So if anyone asks me like to how to find the unique elements, what I will do? Unique elements of an array. Suppose means anyone has entered 10, 20, 30, but I will prefer to go back first and solve the exercise. Do not check these classes right now. First, solve the exercise of the array basic, then come to this part. So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 10, 20. So the unique elements are 30 and 40. Okay, so I need to print that. How to do? So, or do one thing. I will create a separate class for this. For the time being, I am stopping it here. I will try to show topic 3 and topic 4 in some other classes. Okay, so till now, your job will be to solve the array basic exercise. Let me show you the Facebook group where you can find the exercise first. And if you are getting any difficulties, just let me know in the comment box. I will try to share the solution with you. I have the solution with me, so I will try to send that over the mail. Just try to contact me if you are stuck anywhere or you need any help. Okay, because YouTube is, I'm not able to interact with you. So just try to communicate with me. All the details will be available in the details section. So now in this class, if you go to the album in this group, the group details will be shared in the description. You will be having something like single dimension array. You will get one chapter. That is chapter 5. Yeah, this is the one. So you will get something like single dimension array and you have to solve this chapter. Okay, and if you face any difficulties, just let me know. I will show the remaining topics. Those are tough, and I will show that on the next class. Yep, so that's all, I guess, for the day. Okay, so I will show these topics in the next class. So all the best. Again, if you face any difficulties, just let me know. Bye for the day.